Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how I do my finger waves. So first you want to start off with fresh clean hair, nothing in it, and the first product that I'm going to use is a mousse, and this mousse is by Olive Oil. It's like a wrapping mousse foam basically to just slick down your hair and to make your hair movable. And right now I'm just parting my hair. I like to part my hair on the left side of my head, but it really doesn't matter what side you choose. It's always been the left side for me. So you really just want to make sure that you have a clean, straight part and just make sure that it's looking, looking sharp over there. So to jump right into it, I am taking a rat tail comb, and that's the type of comb that you want for your finger waves. And with a firm grip, I'm just starting out with C-shaped motions or S-shaped motions, whichever one is more helpful for you to remember the movement. And you're just taking it through and creating, these wave shapes on your head. And what I like to do is I like to take my rat tail and kind of smooth out in between each wave just to make sure they look really nice and crisp and clean. But to be honest, I did not like the way these waves came out at all. Like, I'm a perfectionist, but I know I'm not perfect, so I will go over my head 5 to 10 times until I feel like I got it down all the way right. And I also keep a spray bottle next to me just to get the mousse up and kicking again, just to get it foamy again. And now I'm just going back over and starting out again with that C motion, bringing my hair forward and then bringing it back and bringing it forward and basically creating a wave motion. And once again, I'm taking that spray bottle and just activating the mousse because I want my hair to be really slick and laid down for these next set of waves. So now I'm just molding my hair, and basically molding is just flattening it and straightening it and making sure that it's really smooth, there's no bumps, and I'm just laying it flat all over my head just so that I can have like a nice clean canvas to start out with when it's time for me to do the rest of my head. So once again, I'm taking my rat tail comb and I'm going to start making S shapes or C shapes, whichever helps you remember in your head when you start to do them on your own self. And I'm just taking my comb and I'm not lifting it up. You could lift it up, but it's honestly a preference. I just like to go straight through on top of my head and just create my waves. But as you can see, some of the hairs in the front didn't catch in, and if you're okay with that, then you can leave it, but that personally bothers me, which is why I always go over my head so many times. So here I am redoing the top of my head again, and it's honestly just a process, but the motions are the same. So firm grip, going back and forth, wave motion, making sure that the comb comes all the way down to the front of my forehead so that I can catch those front hairs and swooping it back. And that is how I do the top of my head. I was really getting frustrated here, you guys, yo. But looking at it now, it wasn't even that bad, but I'm just such an analyzer and a perfectionist. I was just getting myself annoyed, but so here I am just kind of swooping my edges, making them look cute. I like to do these little things. I don't know what to call them, like little loopy-loops or Betty Boop loops. I don't know, like on the side of my head, just kind of curl up the remaining hairs in front of my ears because I think they're cute. It's just a cute way for me to accessorize my forehead. So with the back of my head, I actually do this part. Some women leave it just because they simply can't see the back of their head, but I usually do it in my bathroom mirror. I have a 3-way mirror, so I kind of fold it out open, and then I use a hand mirror in my hand. It's a whole process, y'all, and I'm able to see what I'm doing almost. But for this sake of the video, I'm just going to show you how I do my head. So I don't have a mirror in front of me. I'm just using my hands and kind of placing my finger at the top to see where I need to start my waves. And it's really the same kind of motion. It really is. And this is why it's called finger waves, because the way I'm kind of holding my wave with my finger as I'm going, just to make sure that they don't get out of place, is where the term comes from. And look at that. Wow. That actually looks pretty good, Nora. I'm proud. So again, I'm just doing the other side, and I'm just making S-shaped motions, and I'm using my finger. Because I can't see, I'm just using my finger as a placeholder for every curl that I do. And it actually came out looking pretty good. I was mad hype after doing this part. I really was, because what? So here I am fixing my little loopy loops. Again, this is just an option. You don't have to do this, but I think this is what makes my finger waves Nora. You know, I have that signature loop on my forehead and then the two on the side of my ears, just to spice it up a little bit, give it a little something. That's totally optional, up to you, but yeah. So now that molding is done, to keep my waves to last me for 2 weeks, I like to spray the Got to Be Glued Freeze Blast spray on my head. I know I said earlier I don't like to use glue to mold my hair, even though some women do, but because of that fact, I use this option at the end, and it literally keeps my hair intact for 2 weeks. I promise you guys. Thank me later. Next, I spray the Cantu Coconut Oil Shine and Hold Mist, just because it smells really, really good. It smells like sweet coconuts, and I always love my hair to smell good, especially after spraying the glue on my head. And it's also holding mist as well. And last but not least, I'm using a polish mist. You can use any polish mist, but this is just to give my hair some shine and some oil back into it. So to prepare my hair for drying, I'm using a mesh wrap with a Velcro seal. I've had this for years and it's reusable and I love it. And what I have now is like a heating cap. So instead of like a big bulky at-home dryer, I use this little heating cap here, and it attaches to the end of your dryer, and then you put the hood over your head and you literally turn on your dryer and it just becomes this big thing on your head. But when I say it's so accessible, I've literally had it for years and it dries my hair so fast. And this is the final look, you guys, and that's how I achieve my finger waves.